Today we will read Spirit Animals Section 4. It begins on page 25 with the sentence, "The giant leopard prowled." Be sure to annotate as you read, which means circling and defining words you don't know, underlining or starring passages you think are important, writing questions or comments in the margins, and putting smiley faces next to things you like, frowny faces next to things you don't like, and so on and so forth. Be sure to record any questions you think of in the margins so we can discuss them in class. The giant leopard prowled under ancient red trees. She had been expecting to find soldiers, spirit animals, and tents, but the orchard was deserted. There was no prey here, but their signs and their musky scent were everywhere. This had been her hunting ground since ancient times, and now it was desecrated. Trees were reduced to splintery stumps, chopped for firewood. Trenches had been dug for latrines, and the grasses were trampled by scores of boots. Uraza raced through the orchard, heart beating faster with each step. When she reached the tallest tree, where her talisman was buried, she slowed. Someone was there. She crept forward with the sort of grace that only a great cat could command. Then she stopped short. Somehow, the pipsqueak boy had gotten there first. He stood underneath the branches of her favorite tree, staring at a hole in the ground. "You," she hissed. "How are you here?" The little warrior gave her his obnoxious grin. "A leopard, a gazelle, a zebra, you all run so fast, but you tire out. A Vindani warrior can run all day and all night, slow and steady. When we hunt, we chase until the prey just can't run any further." She advanced. "Where is the talisman?" Tembo gestured at the hole in the ground. "If it was here, the conquerors have it now. We'll have to track them down." Uraza drew closer, her massive head dwarfing the boy's small frame. "It's my talisman, in my hunting grounds. Go fight your battles somewhere else, little warrior." Tembo shook his head, seemingly unconcerned with the enormous jaws inches from his face. "Really? What's your plan, then? Defeat an entire battalion by yourself?" "I am a hunter, they are prey," Uraza answered, her voice low and full of menace. "They will regret their theft." "Great," Tembo answered. "And while you're doing that, I'll be retrieving your talisman, which will be packed away in an iron wagon behind 3 locks. I saw it come off the ship last week." "Don't worry," he said as she bared her fangs. "I'll give it back to you immediately. I just need to make sure they don't keep it." "And how do you expect to do that?" The boy shrugged. "A goat thief who can pick the lock on a paddock or barn can steal an entire herd in a single night." He leaned in with a conspiratorial air. "Before the devourer attacked, my family had the largest herd on the savannah." Uraza stared out into the fading light of the evening, where a herd of water buffalo was lazily grazing. Was she really going to accept help from this little human? She sat back on her haunches and sighed. "Very well, but if you betray me—" "You'll snack on my entrails? I'll warn you, I might be a bit stringy," Tembo answered, nonchalantly leaning in to examine the row of fangs still bared in front of his face. This is the end of Section 4.